I'm Nona Harrison Gomez, and this is the Love, Health, Truth Project. Mo, what does truth mean to you?
Keeping it real, keeping it 100, keeping it as honest as possible. I mean, unfiltered.
What is it keeping it 100 mean? Like, truthfully?
Keeping it 100% real, 100% pure.
But no matter what situation, wherever you are,
Yeah, that
100% honest?
That test where you got
Or he just shuts his
nothing wrong.
mouth. That's where people think he's quiet and when he has nothing to say.
That's also maturity, so, you know.
Yeah.
You got 2 ears, 1 mouth.
How long, when do you feel like, what age were you when you knew that this is just who you needed to be?
Me?
Yeah, being truthful, being wholeheartedly truthful. Was this something you were always, or that there was a turning point?
Yeah, I learned a lesson. That when I was little, me and my mother lived in the house with my grandmother and my aunts and uncles, and a whole bunch of family.
Okay.
And it was early in the morning. I was getting ready to go to school, and there was $10 on the carpet. Nobody around.
Right.
I take a $10 and I take it to school. I buy my friends pizza and soda. We have a good old time on that $10. And then my aunt picked me up from school. She asked me, "Did I find $10 this morning? Did I see some money?" I'm like, nope. I told all my friends, don't say nothing. If my aunt comes around, I hooked y'all up. Don't say nothing about y'all pizza. And my main friend, I still remember this to this day. I was like 9. His name was Lonnie. He straight just blew me out the
Ratted on
water. You ain't tell your aunt about the pizza and the soda, and the bubble yum and everything that you got for us.
Those
Just
are
straight.
angels, though,
I'm like,
right?
you know what?
The truth bomb angels.
Yeah, man. That's what I get for lying, and that's what So that was it. Yeah, that was it.
You were done. You're like, no more.
Yeah.
That's early on. That's
And
amazing.
when you lie a lot, it's stressful because you got to keep track of them lies. I
Completely.
don't like that. I don't like how to do that.
I think it is easier if you just live in the truth. Because sometimes it is the most uncomfortable, but at least you know what you're dealing with, right?
Yeah.
Instead of having to constantly find or remember something. What about you, Talia? What is truth to you?
Small things like that, like truth is truth, like one thing. But for me, truth is more of like a broad and consistent pursuit of perspective, right? Because every perspective is different. Even your perspective today is going to be different than your perspective from 10 years from now.
Right.
And there's still truth in both of those perspectives, right? They're just informed by a different set of experiences around them.
What's that?
And I feel like truth is a constant relationship between those different perspectives, those that are within you, those that are those looking upon you, and those that you interact with other individuals.
Right.
And that finding that truth is constantly being able to navigate between those perspectives to be able to find something greater, something more meaningful.
When did you feel like you started to understand what that meant for you?
Truth?
Yeah.
Well, I've always been kind of like in a constant state of searching for a sense of identity. I'm the youngest, and not just in my immediate family, but like from on both sides of my family from this particular set of cousins. It's like 7 years before someone comes after me. And surrounded by a lot of really wonderful, strong women that also had a lot of issues, and to kind of look at that and go, okay, how do you navigate this, and how do you understand that this is not like them, this is not necessarily, although it can be sometimes,
right,
an intentional distortion of reality, but their way of coping and finding this mechanism, and how do I find myself,
right,
irrespective of what's going on over there,
or not even following. What
yeah,
you're
or
seeing.
like, or find myself in relation to that, because I can't just walk away from it, right?
Right.
Because it's not an option for me to just be like, I'm not having anything to do with it. And so that kind of at a really young age, I think because I was the youngest,
So it's like you found compassion but separation. You're able to be an individual, but also not judge,
Right.
and allow everybody else to be their individual.
Well, and I think that's everyone's path, right?
Right,
Like, because
exactly.
even who you are as a person is a constant negotiation between who you feel fundamentally inside and how other people see you, and how you actually navigate that space and that distance, right?
Yeah. No, I agree. So as a couple, why is it important to be truthful in a relationship?
Because when you love each other and you're not truthful, it kind of stings a little more. You know.
You have no foundation to move from, right? Like if you're on this, if there's even small little lies, and to be honest with you, he's like the most truthful person that I know.
Being in a relationship with such a dynamic person, what does that look like, or what's the truth? And you know, you have two very strong people. You know, and you're equally as fabulous and dynamic. What does that feel like, or look like, or the responsibility to be the partner of that?
We let each other shine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just let each other shine. We were attracted to each other for those reasons. You
Right.
know what I mean?
It's kind of a perfect chaos in a way, right?
What do you mean?
Well, because it's not like it's like planned exactly when, you know, this person does that or this person does the other.
I mean, you guys both should be pushing forward on both of your careers,
Right.
you know, simultaneously, because
And encouraging.
that's where the wife's heart is, and over here is where the husband's heart is. And you nourish that.
Our work doesn't define us.
Mhm.
Like, we find meaning. We try to find things to do that find meaning for us. And if there's a way to make a living off that, then that's fantastic and wonderful. And that works for us. Do you know what I mean? Because we can both find some meaning in it. You know, am I saying everything I work on is always, like, fantastic, wonderful, and creative and fun? Like, no, because I'm also a responsible human being. And,
Right.
you know what I mean? You can't spend a whole lot of time measuring your relationship when you don't focus on these sort of really superficial ways for measuring success.
If you're married to your friend, like, right? Like that's what they say. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
So you're just sharing with your
as long as
best
she's
friend.
happy. Happy wife, happy life. You know, you know, I would hope she
We
feels
can
the same
literally
way.
end with that.
That's
It's
such a
good.
stereotype.
It is so true, though. It's so true.
Every
It's
man,
so
every
true.
great man says it.
I gotta know it.